Okay. And welcome back to Tea and Conversation. Go ahead on and grab that favorite cup of yours, settle in, and get ready for a wonderful chat. We are streaming live right now, and we are so glad that you're here to join us. Thank you so much. And listen, if no matter where you're streaming from, listening from, we're glad to have you to join us for this amazing tea and conversation we're getting ready to have with one of the guys, listen, that has been on the ground making it happen all over the district that he is representing and running for, and that is Mr. Robert Peoples. He is a candidate running for Congress, and that is District 15 here in the great state of Florida. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing good, Candy. Thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just watching everybody make it happen. Just come off of a long weekend. And I just want to start off with tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll get into how the weekend was and your today, the day before the primary election in Hillsborough County.
Okay, well, my name is Robert People, and I'm, as we just said, running for Congress of District 15 here in Florida, which now includes central to northeast Hillsborough County, East Pasco County, everything east of I-75, and all of Hernando and all of Citrus County. So, as far as I live in Tampa near Brandon and Riverview, so that's at the southern edge of the district, and Citrus County is close to 100 miles away going in that direction. The funny thing is, before the redistricting, it was sort of the opposite, or it was about the same, but going in another direction. So I was at the southwestern edge, and Lakeland was the furthest out, but that was about maybe 40 or 50 miles. So it definitely got much bigger, but we're still, thankfully, it's been productive. So, we're making that happen. As far as why I wanted to run is because I served in the Army for 21 years, and
Mm,
being I grew up originally in Baltimore, but when I got to see serving in the Army, I got to see that there are so many more issues out there than what I grew up around. And of course, growing up in an urban community, I thought as a child those were the only issues that those are the only issues I saw, which meant hey, I didn't look outside of that. Now once I got out of that and was able to move from one state, one city, one base to
mhm,
another, I saw how many other issues were out there. I think the longer I did that, the more I felt, there needs to be something. We can do something here. Or
mhm,
I have more of a capacity to help others, and that's why I stayed in the Army for as long as I did, because I felt like there was something to learn in putting this kind of time in as far as public service. And after retiring, of course, the first thing I did, I never thought I would miss it when I was serving, because I was so ready to be finished. And after getting out, I said, you know what, there's more. I have more to give.
yeah,
So as far as public service, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. And
mhm,
I enjoy it. I have a good time engaging with people and just finding out stepping outside of myself, now that I have the capacity to see, what else is out there? What more can I do? If I want to, be out there to help and do for others, what's needed, because that's how we learn
mhm.
how to do those things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you are elected, what does the first 100 days look like for you?
The first 100 days, I would say there needs to be the platform that we've put together, at the
Hmm.
very least, at a minimum, those areas. We're talking about affordability and having a solid plan, not just a generic bill, a solid plan for affordability as far as increasing salaries.
Hmm.
When we're talking about $25 an hour, that's what we're looking at for a federal minimum wage. A plan to address Medicare for all, a plan to have something there to where um, something can go forward, at least as far as voting on it. Social Security, we stopped talking about that. We were talking about it a
Hmm.
lot early last year. We've we've stopped talking about it, but the issue has not gone away. It hasn't fixed itself, and the concern I have there is that there is a fund that is projected to run out in 2032, which is only 6 years from now. And when I get in office, we're talking now 5 years later. So if we don't ensure that that stays on the table as far as the discussion, as far as putting not just the discussion, but putting something forward that will
Mm-hmm.
actually be, effective for people. We're talking a reduction. A lot of people will see, probably millions, will see a reduction of 22% from their Social Security checks, and that's going to be a lot. That's a lot for a good, a good bunch of people. So we want to that's urgent. We have to make sure that's. I want to make sure that's at least propose at the very least proposed, and we're aggressive with getting something done there. So I would say the first 100 days would include those areas, Medicare for all,
Mm-hmm.
because that's something we can definitely do. The question now is not so much of can we do it, it's will we do it. And now that a lot of people are seeing, okay, we
Mm-hmm.
very much have the capacity to do it, we have the money, we see how quickly we move on
Right.
things when we want to pay for something, we want to do something, we see how easily we can find the money to do it. So we're the richest country basically in the world. Several other rich countries have some form of Medicare for all.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very much able to do it. Now how we get there is by being aggressive and being intentional and direct with the corruption we're seeing and calling it out
Mm-hmm.
by name, not just saying, oh, there's corruption, we're going to fix it. Well, how do we do it? Well, who are we going after? Even if that means speaking up against the other Democrats on our own side. Mhm.
And let me ask. It's funny you say that because I do believe that those issues
Mhm.
are affecting both sides, both
Yes.
parties, and we definitely going to have someone with a voice, someone that is speaking up for those issues. And how would you work with the legislators from the opposing party when you disagree with them? That just led me right into that question.
There are times, and this question was asked when I went to a forum for the Hernando Sun. So it's a
Mm,
great question and it's important. When reaching across the aisle, there's going to be a lot that we need to. It's going to be tougher to force certain things when we know they're not
right.
going to bend on it. And there are times where we often see more disagreements than agreements. The agreements
Hmm.
never reach us because the news often focuses on where we butt heads. But as far as reaching out to the other side, I will not reach out to the other side if it's something that's harmful to the American people. I don't want to compromise not only myself but the people that my constituents.
Hmm.
If reaching to the other side to to beg them to not take health care from people, to not take the Medicare, to not take Medicaid, to not take
Hmm.
SNAP benefits, it's to me, I'm selling my potential constituents short by sort of trying, forcing that rather than fighting against. If they're not looking to bend, it's
Hmm.
I'm hurting us. And
Right.
when it comes to those areas where we see, and then when we're talking about what we see now, so especially where they're not bending, um, they're not even going to, they're not trying to negotiate with us, then there needs to be more of an aggressive approach, I feel like, from our side, to stand up and say, okay,
Hmm.
well, we need to go a different way with it, not feel like we're having to beg them as they just sort of dismiss us and say, well, we're just going to go this way because we're following this administration, we're following, we're going to, the narratives that they have against us. Well, we're not going to do this because socialism. We hear all the stuff that they throw out there as far as
Hmm.
how the problems we're causing and things like that. So, there's always opportunities to reach across the aisle, and
Hmm.
it will depend on what the specific issue is. The more harmful it is to constituents, the more I will look for an aggressive approach rather than to just continue forcing reaching across when they're basically just kind of laughing in our faces about it.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, TN Conversation Live, I have on with me Robert Peoples, candidate running for Congress, District 15. And Robert, tell us where the area is, the parameters for District 15, just in case someone is on listening and you may be in their district.
Okay, District 15 includes central, like a small portion of central to northeast to North Hillsborough County. Now that includes Tampa, Claremont City, Temple Terrace, a good part of Temple Terrace, and
Hmm.
we're getting more again to more to the northeast toward Pasco County. And in Pasco County. It includes all of the eastern portion. So we're talking
Mhm.
anything east of I-75, Zephyr Hills, Dade City, San Antonio's in there too, Wesley Chapel. These are the areas of Pasco County, and then the entire all of Hernando County, all of Citrus County. Okay, I think we might be frozen. I don't see anything moving now. Can you still there? Ah, hold on. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. Oh, see, it looks like it got froze out, so I will hold here and see. Ah, there we go. Okay,
Okay.
can you hear it, Candy?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. It froze after I don't know how much of that you heard. I can go through the whole thing again if that's helpful.
Yes, sir. If you will.
Okay.
Thank you.
So District 15 includes a small portion of central Hillsborough County. Tampa
Hmm.
goes to north to northeast Hillsborough County as well, including Claremont City, Temple Terrace, a good portion of Temple
Wow.
Terrace. I think just about all of that is in
Hmm.
15. Ybor City has now gotten pulled into District 15 as
Wow.
well. So at one point that was 14, that was outside. Now it's inside of the district.
15. Hmm.
And going up to Pasco County now, it's everything east. All of Pasco County on the east of I-75, Wesley Chapel, Zephyr Hills, Dade City, San Antonio is in there also, and
Wow.
all of Citrus County and all of Hernando County.
That's a huge district. That's
Hmm.
huge.
Yes, madam. Hmm.
Yep, yep, yep. And if anyone is are interested in being a part of the team on tomorrow, because I know that a lot of people will be volunteering tomorrow, sign waving tomorrow, possibly putting out signs later on tonight. Every candidate should be putting out signs tonight. You don't
Hmm.
put out signs first thing in the morning because the signs will already be out there. How can
Yes.
they get in contact with you today? Not waiting until tomorrow. They want to get in if they want to get in contact with you today.
Today, you can email me at info@peopleforcongress.com, or
Hmm.
you can go to my website, peopleforcongress.com, and send a message there as well. You can, social media, I'm on all socials. Robert People for Congress, FL15. Once you start typing in, you'll see it. I want to say I have FL15 on all of them, but send
Hmm.
me a message anywhere, and we'll definitely find some way. We need the help, especially as big as as large as the district is. Any
Wow.
kind of help we can definitely get, and even for tomorrow, sign waving, that will be helpful. We
Hmm.
have signs. We're going to continue putting signs up. Like you said, yeah, this evening is the best time to do it because tomorrow we're going to be all over the place. So, but
Hmm.
those are the areas that they can and people can reach me.
Okay, great. Listen, what did it look like out there yesterday? Because I talked to a lot of people yesterday. I know a lot of people were still door knocking. There was
Hmm.
canvassing. There was, just all of the things. So, how was your weekend? And then give us what it was like today, because I've been watching you all day long.
Hmm. It's been it was it's been productive. What we've seen, I think, on throughout the throughout the weekend, and I've gone to a couple different polling locations. You'll see, a couple people here and there going through signs. Of course, we have all over the place. They're just saturated with signs, but people have been coming here and there. A few folks got in line and to go
Hmm.
vote, and it wasn't from the locations that we went to. There weren't. It wasn't really so packed. Now, yesterday I was at I can't remember the entire name. Steve Blythe is
Civil Life Andrews Library.
Andrews.
Yes.
Yes, I went there to put some more signs up. There were other candidates there. They had
Yeah.
bullhorns. They were, greeting people as they were coming in. I ran into a couple folks that I knew as well, and it was good to see that. I just happened to be out, and I had a bunch of signs left. So I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and drop these off. I didn't even have my shirt on. I had a different shirt, but I said, let me just get these out. So
Hmm.
we started to see it pick up a little bit, especially since in Hills in let me see. Yes, I'm sorry. I said yes. Yeah, yesterday was the last day in Hillsborough County, and on Saturday that was the last day for Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus. So I was in Citrus County to do some last day canvassing up there, and then came and did it down here also. So it started. We kind of tell it started to pick up a little bit, and today feels like sort of, for lack of a better term, the calm before the storm, really, or the rush. So
Right.
it felt like, when going today, it was, we know it's going to be, you feel something in the air, kind of, but
Right.
I know that's why I said, let me go today and see if, I can, have this to be a time that I can maybe talk to a few folks here and there. But that's why I wasn't able to talk earlier, because folks came in,
Hmm.
they wanted to talk, then others were brought in. And so a couple who recognized me, I mean, there was one couple who walked by, and we spoke to them, but when they got to my sign, my pop-up sign, they said, oh yeah, that's what we already voted for you, and good luck
Awesome.
tomorrow. And it's
Mhm.
that feels like such a blessing, because these are people I've never met before, and they just saw my
Right.
name and said, yeah, we did. So it feels
Mhm.
like people are starting to, like there was a point, Candy, that when we started, it was kind of subdued, but it reached a point in the afternoon where it was like, okay, now people are starting to say, okay,
Mhm.
let's get out here, let's see who's here. It's starting to pick up, and we know tomorrow it's going to be really, really busy. So a
Yeah.
lot of good conversations we had. So it felt pretty good.
Yes. Yes. And on the normally the Sunday before the
Hmm.
election at St. Andrews Library, it's always a fun poll to be at. I've
Hmm.
been at that poll for many, many years, and it's always fun to see so many people rallying together,
Hmm.
rallying for the candidate. So a lot of people are out the Sunday before the election. So I'm happy that you got a chance to go over and witness that at Sea Life Andrews Library. And
Yes.
did you get any endorsements?
Oh yes. Let me see. I got an endorsement from an organization called Oath of Office. That was my first one. The
Okay.
Florida Democratic Progressive Caucus. That's when I got the Democratic Progressive Caucus of Florida, the Democratic Veterans Caucus of Florida, from Angie Nixon. I got an endorsement from Angie Nixon, from Michelle Rayner, state representative, and those, all of them are so important, but each one hits a little bit differently. So starting to get them from peers, well, from potential peers, if once we both get in there, that those are definitely special. The Florida
Mhm.
Sentinel Bulletin, they've endorsed us as well. As yeah, there was let me see, I feel like I know there's 9 total, so
You
um
got 9
oh,
total?
yeah, 9 total altogether. So the Muslims for Democracy and Fairness, that's another endorsement we received. The Citrus Chronicle, this was a surprise. The Citrus Chronicle selected me between us. That this wasn't an endorsement that they offered. This was just their, selection between us as candidates. And I call this a surprise because this is one of the new counties we picked up. So going up
Mhm.
there, and then my opponent had been running there already for close to a year. So maybe, and I think maybe because I went in there. The funny thing was I wasn't so nervous as I was elsewhere, and maybe because I thought this this was sort of, I would have been less surprised if I didn't get that selection, but we were thankful to find that out, and I found out before speaking to the Citrus County Black Caucus, because I hadn't looked to see recently who they selected, and when that meeting started, she said, "Well, before you begin, I want to congratulate you on
Mhm.
your selection by the Citrus
Wow.
Chronicle." And I thought, whoa, okay. So that was great to hear. So right now, I would say those. I know I feel like I'm forgetting one, but those are the endorsements we have.
Awesome. Congratulations. You can put my name in there as well. I am
Thank you.
absolutely with you. And I want to say I appreciated you coming and supporting the Black Business Bus Tour's 20th year celebration. I was honored to see you come in and participate, just out of the blue being there. So I appreciate that, because when people come and support, people don't have to do anything. So I was just really honored that you did come and support us with the Black Business Bus Tour 20th year celebration.
And
And let me,
congratulations on that again. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Where is the watch? Is it going to be a watch party? Where's the watch party?
Oh yes, the watch party will be in Wesley Chapel. I tried to pick a location that's kind of central within the district that folks can get to. So this will be in Wesley Chapel from 6 to 9. This will be 5956 Wesley Grove Boulevard. And of course, Candy, you're invited. We'd love to have you there as well.
Okay.
Wesley Grove Boulevard, Wesley Chapel. This is a spot called Double Branch Brewing. So we'll have a DJ there playing some good stuff there, and 6 to 9. And we will begin, of course. We know the election ends at 7, so that 6 to 9, the 6 to 7 period, so people can come in, get settled, and
Hmm.
people. I know a lot of folks are getting off work, so that way they don't have to worry about rushing to, get in there. They can come in, relax a bit, and we'll hope,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get another 2.5 months out of this. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. We go on to the general. I'm hoping we want to keep all of our fingers crossed for that.
yes.
Yes. If you're just joining me on Tea and Conversation Live, I have with me Robert Peoples. He is one of the candidates running for Congress District 15 here in Florida. One more question.
Okay.
What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I would say Life. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. That's probably my favorite. One of my favorite movies.
Uh,
Um, I'd say a more recent movie would have to be that one. I would say more all time would be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my
Um,
God. You yes.
yeah. Life is always a trip. Whenever I watch that, I find something different
Yeah.
and more to laugh at each time. But yeah, if I would say, that's a close second, but Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is definitely the number
Yes, I
one.
love it.
Mhm.
Love it, love it. And let me ask if there's any last minute things that you would like the community to know, phone number, website. If they want to volunteer tomorrow, sign wave, website, anything that you want, because we're going to push it
Okay.
all the way till tomorrow night.
Okay. Website is peopleforcongress.com, all spelled out. Info at peopleforcongress.com. If you would like to send me an email to volunteer, you can volunteer through the website or through the email. Number is 813
Mm-hmm,
255 3361. If you would like to call to help volunteer as well. And I'm
mm-hmm,
on all socials, Robert People for Congress. Once you start typing that in there, some have FL15 in there or Florida, but you'll see Robert People for Congress is on each one, so you'll be able to volunteer as well. Just let me know, and we'll definitely get you somewhere. We have our volunteer coordinators ready to. She's ready to get us going. Our volunteer coordinator Angie Grove, who's a teacher in Pasco County, I believe. She's been great getting folks signed in and
mm-hmm.
to work. So that's how we're looking tomorrow. So yeah, definitely please feel free to join us there. We'd love to have you.
There you go. You heard it first right here on In Conversation Live. And I look forward to seeing you and everybody tomorrow. Lots of watch parties all over the city. Make sure you get the location for as many as you can and go and say congratulations to the winners, and even the ones that do not win. You want to still make sure we stay
Mhm.
connected with them as well in our county. Again, thank you so much, Robert, for joining me this evening on Tea and Conversation Live. I always appreciate you. Go get it, brother.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I appreciate you, Kenny. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime. I look forward to seeing you out on the campaign trail sometime tomorrow. Thank you so
Yes, ma'am.
much, everyone, for listening to us here on Tea and Conversation Live. Tea and Conversation, one conversation, one community, making it happen together. I see you soon. Take care.